Hey, what's up, you guys? So I am mired in a heat wave here in Arizona. You know, it's actually not that it's that much hotter than normal. It's just we've had some clouds roll in for the past week, and the humidity has gone up. So it's 97 right now, but there's clouds everywhere. No rain, no nothing like that. And the humidity's up, so it's like entirely too hot to be out off-road in the desert right now. Gave it a try today. It was so hot. Like, it was miserable hot. Sometimes you just gotta pass, I guess. Last weekend, which was the 4th of July weekend, on July 3rd, we had a monsoon hit for 6 hours. That was pretty cool. It dropped. We had a little rain gauge we put in the planter there in the front of the house, and it showed over 2 inches in 6 hours. So that was a pretty good amount of rainfall. So I figured I'm gonna go out the next day after this little mini monsoon hit. It hailed a little bit, big raindrops, a lot of water. Go out the next day to the desert, not a drop of water out there. I took the Land Cruiser out there, just did a little putting around, was trying out some different things. Well, today for me is the 4th of July. For you guys, it's a few days later, so happy belated 4th of July. I decided to head out in the Land Cruiser, go for a little cruise in the cruiser. But very interesting, right now it's 95 degrees out. And the humidity is pretty high. Nice clouds out. I love the clouds are out because yesterday we had a surprise monsoon hit. And of course, the weather people, they said 0% chance of rain. It rained probably for 6 hours, and we put a little rain gauge in the flower pot out front because, like I said, you can't trust the news. And it looked like it was a little over 2 inches in about 6 hours, which is pretty good. That's a fair amount of rainfall. Got a little bit of hail in there, really small hail, and big drops, big monsoon raindrops, and they were very cold. It was like in the 50s, about 55 degrees. It was an incredible day. I was so happy. And that's a Friday. That was July 3rd. It was a Friday, which is either Friday or Saturday. I go out and do my little adventures, go out and relax a little bit. That was pretty fun. I was only out there a little while. I actually sat out there for a bit, got some shade off the back of it there, and there was a little breeze blowing, but it was hot and humid. Just so you know, it's not usually humid here in Arizona. That's why the heat doesn't seem as bad, because the humidity is low. It's a dry heat. That's what they always say. It's a dry heat. It's hot as hot, but it's a lot different when the humidity's there. So it's lasted all week, and now here it is the following Friday, and still pretty warm out. So I think I'm gonna pass. I went for a drive just for about an hour or two, heading back now. And it's nice having a drive, but I got the air conditioner blowing. Had the window down for a while, but it felt nasty. It felt nasty. Sometimes you gotta take a pass, I guess, but that's all right. I got some cool stuff in the works. I found some wheels for the Land Cruiser, just waiting on them to get. They're on a boat, I think, on the way here from Italy. There's some kind of Dakar race wheels. They look pretty cool. The offsets were right, so that'll be good. I'll be able to get those, get some tires, and stop talking about the tires. I think I might have found a solution here in the Raptor for some shade, because there's no place to mount an awning here or a roof rack, which I don't think you really do that on a truck anyway. But I may have found a solution for that. So that's in the works. Also, something I'm pretty excited about is I found something for the Jeep. Now, the Jeep still needs to get a little bit of work and repairs done on it. Nothing that big of a deal. You guys saw I just ripped that boot. Contemplating what I should do, whether I should change a drive shaft to a smaller aftermarket one, figure out what's going on with why it's hitting the evaporator's rock guard on there. So gonna work on that. I got a little bit of a leak, a little drip in the rear differential in the Jeep, so I'm gonna drain that out, take that off, and reseal that. It'd be good. Change the diff oil anyway, you know, it needs to be done. But I found something, you know, in the Jeep, it's not like you have a lot of room, but you do have a fair amount of room. I fold the back seats, the second row seats down, so I've got a fair amount of room for one person. But what you have to do is kind of pile stuff on top of each other. I don't like piling things up. You know, like if I've got the stove in there, I don't want it rattling around, so I have it kind of sitting down flat, and I don't want to put anything on top of it because it's kind of flimsy, you know. The top of it isn't has the greatest structural integrity. So the problem I have in the back of the Jeep is piling things up. So I found a shelf solution, and I'm going to be installing that. Now I'll make a video of that, see if maybe it's something that if you're a Jeep owner you might be interested in. It's kind of neat looking. I've only seen pictures of it, but I like the idea of it. So we'll see. That should be coming in the post in, I don't know, maybe a week or so. So that's pretty cool. Got a lot of little things, you know, even trying to get work done during the day in the garage. It's pretty hot out there. But I've been organizing a second tool set, because I have one decent, you know, tool bag that I always had in the Jeep. But when I, you know, take the Land Cruiser or the Raptor out, there was a few episodes ago where I forgot my tripod. So that was one thing. So moving things around, I never like doing that. I like kind of just feel like you could jump in the car and take off and go. You know, take whatever food you need and water for that day, or that day and that night, and go. So I like that idea. But moving stuff around, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So I figure if I have two, that would be pretty good. I've got plenty of tools lying around that I could assemble another one. So I just went and got a, you know, kind of an inexpensive bag from Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those two. And I'm throwing together some tools. So I'll have that going. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. I think the one tool bag will probably stay in the Jeep. Here's the thing, you know, you want to kind of set up your tools for the car that you've got. You know, if you've got a foreign car, a car that maybe has more metric on there than standard, nowadays it seems like there's a lot of metric even on like American made vehicles, or you know, like a Ford truck. This hot and this humid in the desert just isn't that fun. It's not that good on the vehicle either. You know, the engines and stuff out there, you're not going fast, getting a lot of air into the radiator. You're kind of going slow and working the engine harder, climbing hills and rocks and ruts and all that stuff, the fun stuff. So hopefully we'll be getting into monsoon season here pretty quick. Usually when it gets this real hot, we start to see that clash of the weather system and the monsoons kick in, and then it'll be really fun because we'll have, who knows what we'll definitely have mud, water, no dust, maybe hail. You never know. We'll get out and test some of this stuff in the slippery conditions. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for me for today. Hope you guys are all doing well. See you guys in the next video.